Santa Barbara, California, also known as the American Riviera. We have red tile roofs, Spanish style architecture, that California glow, and pristine coastline. In this video, I want to address if living in Santa Barbara is really worth the hype, so I want you to stick around and I'm going to give you the full inside scoop of what it's like to live here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If it's your first time here, my name's Avi Becker. For the past 8 years, I've been selling real estate right here in Santa Barbara. I've helped hundreds of people buy and sell successfully and find home here in Santa Barbara. So I wanted to give you local knowledge and the full inside scoop of what it's like to live here. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So Santa Barbara, California is not just any other California town or any other beach town. It's a really unique mix. It's a mix of incredible natural beauty, a small size of about 90,000 people in the city proper, and a really unique, diverse mix of community. I want to talk about what makes it so special and why it might be the perfect place for you to call home. You have the oceans on one side, the mountains on the other, a downtown that's walkable, a city that has everything you need, but it's not too crowded. And honestly, in my opinion, Santa Barbara is pretty magical. I always tell people you don't move here to be in the center of everything. You move here to slow down and enjoy everything around you. So let's talk about the most desirable or most common known neighborhoods here in Santa Barbara. I'll try to hit the majority of them. There are some others that I might not hit, and I have a lot more videos on my channel about each Santa Barbara neighborhood. So if you want to have questions about that, feel free to scroll down below. So appreciate you liking and subscribing. Let's first start out with the Mesa, Santa Barbara's beach and coastal community. This is the community that's in the 93109. A lot of people love living there who want to be able to walk to the beach, who want to be able to surf right out their front door basically. A lot of people also love to move there who want a second home or want a property that's in the Airbnb applicable zone. The Mesa is an incredible neighborhood for those who are willing to pay a higher price to have such close proximity to the beach. Let's talk about downtown Santa Barbara, the most walkable, the most historic, the easiest striking. I live downtown Santa Barbara. I love being downtown because I can walk out my door, I can bike and be at any restaurant that I want in 5 or 6 minutes. I can walk to the Saturday and Tuesday farmers markets. There's amazing bars, nightlife, restaurants right out my door. If you want to be in an area that's walkable, that's easy striking, even if the property itself might be a little smaller, downtown's a great option. Let's talk San Roque. This is an amazing family neighborhood. Properties are a little bit bigger. Awesome historic homes, oftentimes built in the 30s and 40s, usually dual level, sometimes even tri-level. We have great schools. There's roads that aren't available to much through traffic, so it's a great place for kids to be playing on the street. Very hot trick-or-treating neighborhood, and it's a great family neighborhood. If you want massive views of both the city and the ocean, the Riviera is the place to be. Here to access the Riviera, you're gonna maybe go up some windy roads, but properties are oftentimes very big. Sometimes they'll have a pool, a gate, and from your living room, you might be able to look out all across the Pacific Ocean. If you want to view property, I highly recommend checking out the Riviera. The east and west side of Santa Barbara, that's east and west of State Street, that's the highest density but also the most affordable area of Santa Barbara. Really great community feel. You have unique offerings, whether it's local street tacos or unique restaurants on the lower Milpas quarter. The east and west side is a great option for a starter home or for a downsizer or for someone who wants a little bit more bang for their buck but still wants to be in Santa Barbara proper. Mission Canyon has a feel where you're tucked away in the trees and in the mountains. You have quick access to amazing hiking trails. You'll hear the birds chirping in the early morning. If you want space from your neighbors, privacy, if you want to be tucked away in nature, Mission Canyon's a great place to explore. Let's talk about the cost of living here in Santa Barbara. Well, California has more expensive gas prices than a lot of other states. Oftentimes our food's a little bit more expensive than other areas. The really hard-hitting cost of living here, especially in Santa Barbara, is the cost of your house. Whether you're looking for a median 2-bedroom rental, that's probably gonna run you about $3,000, maybe as high as $5,000, depending on the finishes in the area. The average single-family home in Santa Barbara proper is north of $2 million. There are great options in the low millions as well. They'll usually be smaller, maybe need some fixing up. And obviously you can go as high as $10, $15 million if you're looking in specific neighborhoods, areas like Hope Ranch, areas like the Riviera on a big property with a lot of views. The cost of living here is really high, but what you're really paying for is the lifestyle. It's the safety, it's the perfect weather, it's the incredible community feel that makes so many people from not just the United States, but even internationally want to call Santa Barbara home. It's obviously a very large price to pay, but for my clients who have bought properties right here in Santa Barbara, they feel like it's completely justified and worth it. Let's talk about the lifestyle here in Santa Barbara. Living in Santa Barbara, it feels easy. Whether you're going out for a morning paddleboard, whether you're hitting the farmer's market Tuesday afternoon, whether you're walking to an incredible show at the Granada Theater or even at the Santa Barbara Bowl, just 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending on where you are in downtown. It's a really great way of life here. We don't have much traffic, it's incredibly safe, and obviously I've touched on the weather, but where else can you be in December at the beach or at an outdoor pool in March, or even in the summer months? It's not too hot, where people come here from all over the country when they're baked out of their places, let's say in Texas and Nevada, and you can't even be hanging out outside. They come to Santa Barbara because we can still stroll on the ocean, get the cool breeze, and I mean, our weather is just incredible. People here choose slowness and ease, and I think that's what makes it so attractive. You can basically walk and bike everywhere. Here in Santa Barbara, we have culture, we have incredible food, wine, music scene, but at the same time, you can be unplugged and at ease, and that's why a lot of people love to live here. Let's talk about who Santa Barbara is for and who it might not be for. I've worked with entrepreneurs, people who work in tech, families relocating, retirees coming to find a place to settle. And Santa Barbara is really for those people that love the outdoors, really appreciate being outside and in nature, and are open to a more slow, tranquil pace of life compared to the big cities where oftentimes they're moving from. People moving to Santa Barbara are oftentimes looking for peace, beauty, and a little bit more intention to the way that they live. If you need 24/7 access to action, if you need nightclubs that are open till 5 a.m., if you always want something to do even on a random Wednesday, Santa Barbara might be a little bit too sleepy for you. Those people are better off in New York City and Los Angeles, San Francisco, where there's still that elevated price point and that luxury feel in certain areas, but there's a lot more to do. Santa Barbara is for people that want that peace, that tranquility, who don't want to deal with traffic, but they still want to have a lot of access to incredible restaurants and incredible amenities for a town of 90,000 people. Visit Santa Barbara in all its different seasons. Understand that in June, we oftentimes have a little bit of a marine layer. We call it June gloom. It isn't always 24/7 bright sun here. Understand that there are areas that get more rain, especially if you're in the foothills. There's areas that have been prone to more flooding, and understand that different times of the year bring out a different vibe of Santa Barbara. It's so important, whether you're looking for a house to buy or you're trying to get more educated on the neighborhoods, to work with a local real estate agent. There's a lot of people that say that they live in Santa Barbara, or maybe they sell one house every 10 years in Santa Barbara, but if you work with a local agent, they're gonna give you that insider knowledge that you're not gonna find just from Zillow, just from Google, just from ChatGPT. When it comes to buying a home, having all your ducks in a row early, being fully pre-approved, understanding the neighborhood you want, understanding the process is so important. Oftentimes, some of our listings that we sell will get 5, 10, even more than that in terms of the number of offers and the number of people wanting to buy that home. If it's super new construction in a great neighborhood, if it's somewhere on the Mesa that's quick to the beach, and if it's priced right, you might have to be competing against other people that want that same house. Because of that level of competition, working with a hyper-local team that can bring off-market options and a full understanding to the marketplace here when it comes to housing is super important, and that's what we take a lot of pride in doing. Lastly, it's worth exploring all the options. While Santa Barbara is incredible, Goleta, Carpinteria, Montecito, areas like Hope Ranch are definitely worth exploring. They're all unique. It's important to have a full understanding of each neighborhood and the pros and cons of what's the best fit for you. So if you're thinking of making the move to Santa Barbara or just have questions to see if it's the right fit, my team and I would love to help. We help people move from all across the nation, all across the world, to find their own slice of paradise right here in Santa Barbara. So if there's something I didn't answer in the video, all of my information is right below here in the description. I would love to connect personally and see how I can help you out. And we'll see you guys on the next video.